Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Lavi if you haven't met me yet, and I help therapists, coaches, counselors, and really all of the private practice owners grow and scale their practice. So today we're going to cover how therapists and private practice owners, counselors, coaches, etc. place at the top of Google consistently from day one without using SEO or any other of the outdated strategies. But first, let's talk about the old way of doing things. The old way is SEO, but there's no guarantee that SEO will work for you. SEO can be great in one moment and can put you at the top in one day, and then for the rest of the month or year or forever, you can be placed last and nobody will see you. And besides the fact that it's pretty unpredictable, you'd actually have to pay someone to do it for you, and there is no guarantee that their work will do anything for your business. And again, after all this, you still have no guarantee that it will actually work for you. But SEO on its own won't work. You'd have to do additional things and pay additional money or spend additional time to perfect stuff besides SEO to ensure you're at a better place on Google. That means you need to focus on your website. Now, don't get me wrong, a website is super important. And it is something that we do focus on. But in order for it to show results organically, it needs to be perfect. And to make it perfect, you need to spend a ton of time or a ton of money to ensure that it's amazing. And besides the website and SEO, you'd also need to focus on backlinks. Now, for those who don't know, backlinks basically means that in the internet, there are pages that link back to your site. Now, how do you get that to happen for your practice? You create articles, blogs, etc. And at the end, there's your name and your website. That's why people will be incentivized to put them there. So as you see, a lot of time and effort goes into this, and you don't have any guarantee of results. You can spend 3-6 months developing this, or maybe 1 month, maybe 2 weeks if you pay someone. But after those 2 weeks, usually it takes at least 3 months to see results, and the results aren't even guaranteed. But there is a workaround, introducing Google Ads. This basically means you pay Google to show your website and your stuff when someone looks for a therapist in your area. So let me show you a quick example. Okay, so here we are, just so you know, I'm not picking a specific city. I'll make a random spin. Kansas City. City therapists. Okay, as you can see, first thing is sponsored results. Here, first one is sponsored. This one also sponsored. This one is also sponsored. Only here are the ones that aren't sponsored. And even if I click on more places, as you see, this one. Now you might look at it, when you look at it, there won't be sponsored here. I might have clicked on it and there won't be any sponsored results. But as you can see, even if I scroll down, I'm sure I'll find even more sponsored results. Here you see another one. Let's see if I find another one. Yeah, still the same one, sponsored at the top. So this is how you can guarantee you'd be placed at the top of Google. As you see, it's really simple, but simple does not mean easy. So there are things that you do need to take into consideration here. So let's go over them. Paying money for Google to place you at the top of the page does not mean your website can be terrible. You still need to ensure your website is good, up and running, it's fast, it has stuff that people would like to see there, and we'll cover in a sec what that means. But yeah, it does not mean you can create a terrible website, because still people need to click on your website, look at your stuff. And remember, studies have shown that people look for 5 to 7 therapists before they pick a one they actually like to work with. So even if they click on your site, they see your stuff. If they'll scroll down to people who don't pay for ads but have a better website, they'll usually pick them. So this gives you an advantage if you're starting out, that you don't need to wait that 3 to 6 months, but it does not mean your website can be terrible. It still needs to be good. It doesn't need to be as good as people do organically, but the better your website is, usually the better it converts. So just take that into consideration. Don't make your website terrible, pay for ads, and then come back and tell me this doesn't work, because it does. People spend billions of dollars on Google Ads, so it definitely does work. You just need to find a way to make it good for yourself and how to make it work for yourself. So don't worry too much about a site right now. Usually most of you have a decent site, and if you don't have a decent site, you can always find sites similar to what you want on Google from other therapists and stuff like that. Obviously, don't copy them, but take inspiration. It's really, really easy. You can, in an hour, 2, or maybe 3 to 4, create a decent website, and you can always come back to it every weekend, spend 1 to 2 hours on the site, and after 1 to 2 months, you'll have a site that is better than 99% of people. Don't worry too much about your site right now. We will cover it in a future video, but right now, ensure that it's welcoming, it's warm, it targets the people you actually like to work with, and people find it decently looking. Don't make it the best they've ever seen, because that means you need to spend hundreds of hours or thousands of dollars to ensure your website is one of the best. But just make sure it's warm, welcoming, looks decent, and targets pain points and issues that your client might face. But if you don't want to spend money at all on Google Ads, it's totally okay. If it's something specific about Google, you can always use other platforms like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, all of that stuff. But if it's about ads, no problem. But you still need to do other things. Don't just sit there and do nothing, because your practice won't grow that way. You can do SEO. It's still, again, it does work. It just takes time. Website optimization, same thing. Networking, same thing. But the strategy that I like to use the most, that is not a paid one, is database reactivation, where you reach out to past clients and see if they want to return. We'll have a video on this in the future. But yeah, those are the main strategies, and the most important strategy to focus on always, no matter if you're using Google Ads, SEO, you always need to ensure that your service is on point. Always look for ways to improve your service. More CUs than others. If you have clients that are satisfied, the word will spread. But again, it does take time, but word will spread. So if you have any other questions about Google Ads, or any question about ads, or any question in general, let me know. Leave a comment down below and I'll reply as soon as I can. For now, take care.